everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is the first episode of Behind the Sash. I am so excited to be starting this series. This video will be based on get to know me, so you're going to learn all the cool facts about me and all these different fun things. The traveling crown will resume shortly once everything in California kind of dies down with COVID and the wildfires. But while I'm on the topic of wildfires, please send your thoughts and your prayers to the residents of California being affected by these wildfires, whether they be the ranchers and the farmers or the residents. Everybody that's being affected, you're my thoughts and prayers, and I hope that safety for all of you guys. And if you or a loved one has been affected by these fires and need any help of sort, please reach out to me. My sister Queens and I would love to help you. So please don't be scared. Feel free. My Instagram will be in the bio, in the description actually, sorry. You can message me and I will figure out a way we can help you with whatever you may need. So thank you for coming back and watching my channel. Let's get on with the video. First question is, what are you working towards? For title-wise, I am working towards making a positive difference while advocating for the ag industry and really highlighting what ag does in our world, because I believe a lot of people don't realize that. But I'm also advocating to keep agriculture in education. It has been a big fight within the state of California is they want to cut funds for CTE and vocational education, which includes like FFA and 4-H. More so FFA, because FFA is in high school level at the public schools and private schools now too, which is awesome. So I really want to advocate to keep agriculture in education, as it is a very important thing that kids know what our world survives on and how agriculture truly runs, because there is a lot of false accusations out there and a lot of misconceptions about what agriculture really is. And I believe it's part of our duty to advocate for agriculture, to show what it really is. So that is what I'm working towards title-wise. The next question I got is, what are your dreams and goals? So if you would have asked me this a few years ago, I probably would have said a vet. And if you asked me this a couple years ago, I would have said an ag teacher. But right now, I am on the fence of wanting to teach ag, but also wanting to go into the animal production side of agriculture, so animal ag. So that's something I'm working for, but my ultimate goal, no matter which one I go towards, is to work for the USDA and be a part of that. That's my ultimate goal. But my dream job would probably be working for the Ag Task Force for the Sheriff's Department. I always thought that was the coolest thing, and I love law enforcement. So the next question is probably my favorite question, is what got me into ag? I grew up on 40 acres where we farmed almonds, and that always was something so cool to me. I would love watching the workers during harvest season. I loved playing in the canals. But then at the age of 10, I joined 4-H and I started showing pigs, and I got really into that, and I loved that. But it wasn't until I joined FFA my freshman year of high school, and I got super into it, and that's where my love and passion for agriculture and leadership truly started to grow and blossom. As the years went on in high school and FFA, I was so involved. That's what my whole life revolved around. Everybody knew me as the FFA kid, and I wouldn't have had that any other way, because it truly made me who I am today and helped me grow that love and passion that I have for agriculture now, and really set my life on the correct path, I believe. Is, what would you like to do in the future? I kind of touched on this a little bit in the 2 questions ago. I would like to work for the USDA, ultimately. I don't know whether I want to work on the education side or if I want to work in the production side. I love both sides, and I'm kind of torn in between them two. I love production side, I love being hands-on with all of that, but I also love making a difference and educating the youth on agriculture. So I'm really torn right there. So that's something I'm trying to work through and take day by day as I go through my classes at my college. This next question is, who got you hooked on FFA? This question was actually asked by the person that got me hooked on FFA, and that was Mr. Browning. If it wasn't for Browning's stubbornness and making me do literally everything in FFA my first year, I probably wouldn't have even done it. So thank you to Browning, but also thank you to all my ag teachers, because if it wasn't for them in somewhere, I would have not been involved, because they all pushed me to be the best I could possibly be and to work and do everything in FFA. But Browning was the main star. As remember the first day of Earth Science class with him, he made me stand up, present who I was, and all these facts about me. Reminder, at this time I was super shy, would not even talk to the teacher, let alone stand up in front of the whole class and tell who I was. So thank you to all my ag teachers for pushing me on that right pathway and never letting me say no to an opportunity with FFA. Okay, so the next question is, what is your biggest accomplishment? So I think my biggest accomplishment would obviously be my title. But besides that, I think it would be getting my American degree for FFA. That was a huge accomplishment. I didn't believe I was going to be able to do it, but because of my ag teachers, they pushed me and I got it. And it was probably the coolest week of my life, being able to travel to Indy to experience all that and walk across the national stage and go through the Indianapolis Colts Stadium. That was awesome. I don't even like the Colts, but the stadium was awesome, so it was a really good experience. And it's definitely one of my biggest. Next question is, what is something you would do all over again? I think going through FFA and 4-H, I'd do all over again, and not to change anything, just to experience it all again, because it was some of the best years of my life, and I had so much fun. I loved every single person I met there. I loved everything I did, and I wouldn't change that, because that was truly one of the coolest moments of my life. So I'd do it all over again, but not change anything, because I believe I did everything as I was supposed to, and I did everything the right way, because it led to where I'm at now, and I believe I'm in a great place for it now. So okay, this next question is, who is your biggest inspiration? So my family is probably my biggest inspiration, but if you talk about like one single person, it'd be my Uncle Scott. My Uncle Scott was a blessing to all. He was the nicest guy you could possibly meet. He always had a smile on his face. He was always joking around no matter what the situation was. He definitely was a light in the time of the dark, and that's what I really strive to be, is that light in a world full of hate and a time full of dark. That's what I want to be, so I would say Uncle Scott is definitely my biggest inspiration. I want to be as kind and as loving as him, and as successful as he was before passing. So everything I do in honor of him. I do it in his name. So he's definitely my biggest inspiration. Okay, so the next question is, what is your favorite quote or word of advice? So I love quotes. I live by quotes every day. But my favorite quote is, be the change you wish to see in the world. And I love this quote because I believe in it 110%. If you want to see a positive change, you have to be the one to go out there and be that positive change. It all starts with you. And if you're starting a positive change, people are gonna look at you and be like, man, I want to be like that. I want to be a light. And they're gonna follow that. So if you want to see that positive change, start it. It's a chain reaction after that. And the world right now definitely needs change, and in a positive way, because there's a lot of hate in this world. So okay, this next question is tough. It is, what is your favorite song? Most meaningful song to me is I Drive Your Truck by Lee Price, because I drive my uncle's truck and I have a lot of memories with that song that I relate to. But my favorite song right now would probably be Like a Cowboy by Parker McCollum, or anything by Coetzel as well. I love both of them. They're my absolute favorites right now. Obviously TikTok songs. I jam out to those constantly because I'm on TikTok quite a bit. So, yeah. Okay, what is your favorite color? My favorite color is blue. So like any shade of blue. I really like Tiffany blue though. So like the lighter tealish kind of blue. It's been my favorite color forever. My room with my mom used to be like the Tiffany blue tealish color and neon green. Like, it was a lot. Now my room is brown and I'm okay with that. So, okay, this next one is, what is your dog's name? So, I'm obsessed with my dog. My dog's name is Beast. All the dogs we have start with Beast. It's something my papa started from the time I was little. I don't know why, but he did. But Beast, his name is Beast because he was the biggest puppy out of the litter, and I absolutely loved him, and I don't know, I thought the name just fit him, which it's kind of funny because he's the total opposite of a Beast. He'll lick you to death, and he wants you to hold him like a baby 24/7 because he's a big baby. He's a mama's boy. And then we also had Beauty at one point too. So this next question is more on the ag side. It is, what are the top 10 commodities? So in California, the top 10 commodities are dairy products, grapes, almonds, cattle and calves, pistachios, strawberries, lettuce, floriculture, tomatoes, and oranges. These commodities are just some of the ones that California bring in. We have over 400 different commodities, both animal and plant, that are produced each year in the state of California, which makes us the highest producing agriculture state in the nation. Okay, this next question is, do I have any siblings? Yes, I have two. My brother, who's 12, Blake, and then my sister, who is 9, Brooklyn, and they are something else, that's for sure. But we are all completely opposite. Blake's into the mechanic side and racing, and then Brooklyn is the girly girl of all three of us. Well, obviously, not Blake, but Brooklyn definitely got the girly girl side, and she's a dancer and wants to be an actress. But don't let that fool you, because she can get down and dirty, just like the rest of us. Blake is definitely the sweetheart of the family, and then me and Brooklyn are probably the mean ones, but we can be nice when we want to be. So, yeah, but I have two siblings, and I love them to death. They are also a big inspiration and motivation of why I do what I do. Okay, so this question is, what did I do in FFA and 4-H? So in FFA and 4-H, I took a lot of leadership roles. I was an officer for almost every year. I was involved with both organizations. I did arts and crafts for 4-H. I did photography. I did horses. And I believe I did everything pretty much. But I showed for both. I showed pigs for both 4-H and FFA, and then I showed cattle for FFA. I showed beef commercial heifers, and I absolutely loved that. That really brought me into the animal production side. I love the beef production and everything about it, and I'm actually taking a beef production class this semester, so I'm super excited about it, and possibly what's going to change my mind in my major. I also competed on CDE teams for FFA and LDE teams, so I did a lot of public speaking events. I was on the Best Informed Green Hand team my freshman year, and then my sophomore and junior year, I competed on livestock judging. And then senior year, I did small engines, citrus judging, and then I was on the opening and closing team for all 4 years. Freshman year, I didn't get to compete due to a medical emergency, but I competed in everything else possible. I did job interview, I did prepared speaking, and impromptu speaking as well. I'm trying to think what else I did. I did everything in FFA. I ran for sectional office, I ran for region office, and yeah, I did pretty much everything. The state conference, national convention, all the above. Thank you for watching episode 1 of Behind the Sash. I hope I answered all the questions you may have had about me. Next episode will be college edition. I'm super excited for college edition. I just started my 3rd year. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I will no longer be posting on Wednesdays with my school schedule. I will be posting whenever possible. So make sure you turn on those post notifications so you know when I post. So thank you.